Hello, what up? It's John, your movie madman, and I'm back. Boop. Today, I've got one of these. Yeah, I bet you're well excited, aren't you? I'm gonna... Sorry, I should do it like that so you can see the evidence of me opening it. Yeah. I wonder if these have got slip covers. They all have, so well done. That's brilliant. First movie I've got to show you is I Am Legend. Now, interesting for me, this is the first time I have owned this movie. I've never had it on Blu-ray before, so I can't really tell you if it's a step up from the Blu-ray, because I've never seen it on Blu-ray. So I'll watch that either later today or tomorrow, and I'll give you a little review of that. There's the back cover as well. It's exciting, isn't it? And then I've got these two beauties. We've got Rogue One, bit of Star Wars for you. This is the first Star Wars 4K Blu-ray that I've bought, and I got it because it was on offer as well. So, which leads me neatly on to this one. Episode 4, A New Hope. If you were interested, they both have back covers as well. I hear you saying, why did I buy these in 4K on disc when you can stream them in 4K on Disney Plus? And I got an answer for that. Because streaming stuff in 4K when you don't have very good internet in your bedroom isn't really worth it. Don't get me wrong, streaming stuff in 4K is worth it, but you need to have good internet. Alright, so that was why I bought the discs. I saw A New Hope. I saw the stream for that in 4K on Disney Plus, and that looks beautiful. So I look forward to seeing what the physical disc looks like. And Rogue One, I mainly got Rogue One because it was on offer and because it's one of my favourite Star Wars movies. Some people might argue and say it's not technically a Star Wars movie, but it is, because I mean it's set in that universe and it's got Star Wars written there. So those people that say, oh, it's not Star Wars, why does it say Star Wars there then? Yeah, and why is Darth Vader in it? Yeah, Darth Vader's a Star Wars character, isn't he? So you think about that before you start judging people for saying it's not Star Wars. It is Star Wars, and to be fair, it's better than some of the other shitty films that are actually Star Wars. I mean, Episode 1, Episode 2, Episode 3, I'm pretty sure they are very popular for not being very good Star Wars films, as is Episode 7, Episode 8 and Episode 9. So, and I'm pretty sure Solo did really badly at the box office as well, so maybe you should think about that. Yeah, why is this one so popular? I'll get into all of them and obviously stick that on the end of this video, so that's quite exciting for you. Yeah, I'm nice like that, so behave, and I'll be back in a couple of seconds. 1, 2. Well, what can I say? What can I say? I could say a lot. I probably will, to be fair. I've watched all 3 of them now. It took a bit longer than a couple of seconds. It took a couple of days because I had work in between as well, and I'm not allowed to take my 4K TV and Blu-ray player into work and watch it while I'm working. I'd probably get in trouble. So I watched this one first. I Am Beautiful Legend HDR. That's true. The HDR's pretty good. I really liked this. I thought it was a very good 4K film. It's the first time I've seen it in a few years, so I was very impressed. I'll tell you that. There's a couple of dodgy-ish looking green screen shots, but besides that, lots of beautiful close-ups of Will Smith's face. And we all love Will Smith's face, don't we? I couldn't even try and say anything negative, I don't think. Actually, I could. There's one thing. The monsters, do you call them monsters? The infected people looked a bit too white, I think. I don't know if that was because they were CGI or like motion capture or whatever it was that they did to them to make them look different to normal people, but they just looked a little bit too white. I mean, they do, when I've seen it before, I've always thought they looked a little bit too white, so maybe the HDR brightened it up a little bit too much, but I'm not complaining, you know, it's still good, still very good, so thumbs up to that. If you've got this in Blu-ray and you're thinking, I wonder if this is any good in 4K, yes, it is. So if you like I Am Legend, I'd say it's worth the upgrade, so I hope that helps when you're next purchasing 4K films. Next I'm going to go with Rogue One next, because this technically comes before A New Hope, so I'm going to go with this one next. This was shot in 4K and has a 4K digital intermediate as well, so that went very much in its favour, very much. I couldn't complain about anything. Right, spotted a lot of red, so I was quite happy with that. There's a nice red underneath the cape that Donnie Yen wears. Donnie Yen's the blind guy, if you guys don't know. I am with the Force and the Force is with me, that man. But yeah, I mean, explosions look great, lots of bright orange in there, lots of bright red in there. I did notice there was a lot of very beautiful red in this, like really nice red sunsets, really nice red over one of the planets. I mean, it's not always about red, but I am going to tell you every time I see something that's red, so I'm sure you're used to that by now. If not, you'll get used to it. But yeah, I mean, this is probably one of my favourite Star Wars films. It is a Star Wars movie. There's stormtroopers in it, Darth Vader's in it, the old guy from A New Hope's in it, so it is a Star Wars movie. Plus it's got Star Wars written on the case there as well, so it is a Star Wars movie, so don't give me your shit. Alright, and lastly, New Hope. Now I saw this in 4K on Disney Plus and I thought it looked pretty phenomenal, so I had quite high expectations going in watching this on a physical, and it didn't let me down, I'll tell you that. Obviously there's the odd dodgy green screen in there and some of the CGI. I mean, that extra scene that's got the CGI Jabba the Hutt, I still think that looks pretty terrible, but I think that's just because it didn't really need to be there. That was one of the added bits that George Lucas added in, so it's probably the only bit of the film I don't really like. You're just like, oh, it just looks terrible. Why couldn't they have used a puppet like they did? Maybe because he's walking around, I don't know, because puppets can walk around as well, so I don't know why they had to use CGI, why they couldn't have just used animatronics like they do in Return of the Jedi. Who knows? I don't. Ask George Lucas. Alright, why'd you ruin your films with CGI, George Lucas? Why'd you have to add all those extra bits in? Because a lot of it just looks silly and shows up quite a lot in 4K as well, some of that bad CGI. But for like a 70s film, the rest of it looks pretty good. I noticed some really nice close-ups of Alec Guinness. I was like, whew, he looks really old. Well, to be fair, he was really old, but it still looked really good. There's some beautiful sunsets in that, and they were not red sunsets either. So yeah, Tatooine looks really nice. The sand and the beach and stuff like that. It all looks pretty beautiful, to be fair. It's very nice looking, good close-ups of planets, good close-ups of like what do you call them, starships, spaceships, whatever. They all look pretty good. So if you like it on Disney Plus in 4K, it's definitely, I'd say it was definitely still worth the upgrade to a physical copy. So that's me done with those 3 films now. I'm going to put them on my shelf and hope I can find space for them, which is going to be interesting. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. Thanks for your support. If you could like this, and if you could subscribe to the channel, that'd be really nice. It would be really nice. So I'd appreciate it. I'm gonna go now. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you again in my next video. Alright? Alright.